Dear Attorney Lenore, I'm really sad and need your help. My husband has been cheating on me and now wants a divorce after 23 years of being married. I asked him to go to counseling with me first, but he won't. He says I'm the one who needs counseling, not him. What can I do to make him try counseling before he goes ahead with the divorce? I think counseling will help him stop cheating. Sincerely, holding on to hope.
You know, you deserve so much better than him. That's what
Oh,
I would want to say to her. He don't want to change. And counseling isn't going to help him stop cheating if he doesn't want to. In terms of, is she the one who needs counseling? Not because she's the problem in the relationship, but because she doesn't see she deserves so much better than this guy. It sounds like she's almost become codependent on this person, and
mm,
he probably is a narcissist, and she's probably the perfect foil for a narcissist. I would not recommend to this person staying married because he's just going to keep doing what he's doing, and she's just going to get older, and he's just going to keep sucking the best years of her life out of her. I'm sorry to say it that way. Now, whether or not they'd be good candidates for mediation, I don't know. Somebody who cheats may not be very upfront and not want to be working to have a peaceful resolution here. I'm sure, Natalie, bells and whistles are going off with you on this one. What would you say?
I mean, to your point, I think that this is what the kids are calling gaslighting these days, right? Which is,
Mm-hmm.
telling her that it's her fault, her problem. In a situation like this, it's very no is the answer to that. But to your point, that doesn't mean that she doesn't need counseling as an individual to understand her own self-worth. And I think it goes back to everything we've been saying. If he isn't committed and motivated to going to therapy, he's after doing something like that specifically, he's not committed and motivated for your relationship, right? Because the idea is that after we have, look, affairs and infidelity and betrayal such as this can be, I mean, people break, I meet people after this, and all I see is a woman or a man I have to put back together before they leave the office. And there has to be space for that. And if the person who betrayed their partner doesn't have the space, there's no heal. This person has to heal. I mean, they need, and so atoning for what they've done is a big part of is post infidelity counseling. It is the biggest part. I mean, it has to happen first before anything else happens. So if your husband isn't willing to atone for what he's done, you cannot heal. All you're being asked to do is forgive and forget and move on and do that work on your own, honey. Whether or not he's going to continue to be unfaithful, whatever, but how does she heal? How does she trust again? How does she feel safe ever again if he's the one that hurt her, right? And so it's a very loaded question, but I agree. I think that I'm a strong believer that you shouldn't have to convince someone to love you.
Yes. Wow. That's powerful.
yes, that is very powerful. You should not have to convince anyone to love you. I think it's very interesting that he does blame her, that you're the one that needs the help, not me. You're the one that needs the counseling, not me. He's so unaware, so detached from what he has caused and who he is.
It sounds classic narcissist, like that one of our other shows. But I'm sorry, Natalie, I interrupted.
Sometimes what I see is that's a defense mechanism, right? And then we can get that person in here and we break down those walls a little bit. And sometimes post-affair recovery can be an opportunity for a relationship to really get better. I'm not saying that, there's no one made you cheat. No one made you do that. But at the same time, I'm open to hearing, and I hope this person is too, after you atone, what what challenges were in the relationship that made you more vulnerable to cheating, not that caused you to cheat, that made you more vulnerable to it. Right. And there usually are some scenarios where, the relationship or that person became more vulnerable to it because of the situation in their marriage. And that's possible. But if it's just, no, you get your help and I'm fine over here, and that's the way it's going to be, I don't know what type of relationship, that healthy relationship, that's too dysfunctional.